Welcome back to the Fallen Phoenix Deep Dive. We're your hosts, Calum and Lyra, here to bring you through a turning point that reshapes everything. In this episode, we explore chapters 23 through 25, where poetry lays bare the soul, digital locks are undone, and the foundations of a corrupt world crumble under the weight of one winged man's will. This episode is one of quiet vulnerability and explosive transformation. Phoenix's private writings come to light, revealing the aching truths behind his strength. But there's no time to linger. A long-anticipated plan moves into action, and with a single command, oops, the tower begins to fall. Judgment, loss, and hope collide in a final stand that feels like goodbye, until the sunset proves otherwise.
Okay, let's unpack this. In today's deep dive, we're really plunging into, well, quite a whirlwind. Emotional revelations, some seriously high-stakes tech, and a transformation that's just epic.
Absolutely. We've got these sources that cover this dramatic climax, a plan hidden for ages, this poetic soul laid bare, and then this rebirth that changes everything.
Yeah, completely reshapes what we thought we knew.
Exactly. So our mission today really is to explore these final chapters. We want to see how Phoenix's very personal journey ties directly into this huge move against the tower.
Right, culminating in what looks like the end.
But turns out to be just the beginning. It's fascinating, really, how destruction can act as this catalyst for, well, profound renewal.
And the scale of it all, from super intimate moments to something with global impact.
Precisely, that contrast is striking.
So let's start at the beginning of this section. It's dawn, right? The group's just returned to the penthouse after, well, after a lot.
And Phoenix is carrying Anastasia, who's asleep, bringing her home.
And Jane's there, making coffee. It paints this picture of calm, almost domestic, amidst all the previous chaos.
But that calm doesn't last long. At all.
No.
Because Ollie makes this discovery. She's found reading poetry. Not just any poetry, but from Phoenix's private art room.
Ooh. Yeah, that immediately shifts the mood, doesn't it?
Definitely. It hints at this hidden side, something vulnerable. And you have to ask, why does someone like Phoenix have a private art room? What's he keeping guarded in there?
And this is where it gets really interesting, I think. Phoenix is described as visibly upset. His space has been violated.
Understandably.
But then, and this detail is subtle, but so powerful, he's calmed by Anastasia's presence.
Ah, yes, that connection between them. It's like she's his anchor.
It shows this profound link, this rare vulnerability in a character who's usually so controlled, so powerful, something he clearly never meant for anyone else to see.
And that connection is just crucial because Ollie, well, she's not easily deterred, is she? She reads 2 poems aloud. Deeply emotional stuff. The first is My Hand, talking about reaching down, wanting to help a younger me. And the second, Black Roses, it describes black fire, metal vines, a black rose opening, revealing her beauty to the night. Very evocative imagery.
And it hits everyone hard. These aren't just words. Sarah's sitting up, totally focused. Anastasia's in his lap, her cheeks flushed. Jane's even forgotten her coffee.
Right, totally captivated. It's this moment where his inner world is just laid bare. Raw emotion from someone you wouldn't expect it from.
Exactly.
And this poetry, especially My Hand, it's not just filler. The notes say it gives direct insight into his emotional history, his drive to help others like his former self.
Right, exploring grief, transformation, and redemption. Gives so much context for his later actions, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It helps you understand the why behind it all. It makes you think, about how our own deep wounds can sometimes fuel these huge drives. For change, maybe even redemption, not just for us, but for others too.
But there's still a line he won't cross. Ollie finds another one, Your Tears, and she's like, ooh, you'll really like this one.
Yeah, she starts to read it.
And poof, Phoenix magically takes the book back.
Yeah.
So even in this moment of vulnerability, some things are still too private, too painful to share.
A boundary firmly set, and from that really intimate moment, the narrative just pivots. Hard.
It really does. We go from personal revelation in the poetry studio to, well, a massive plan unfolding.
Phoenix moves to Ollie's room, and from her terminal, he accesses the tower's mainframe.
Which is huge. Jane, who knows the tower inside out, she's stunned that outside access is even possible. How could that happen?
And Phoenix just calmly drops the name, My.
My, implying this hidden network, right? Or some deep infiltration. Maybe an inside connection.
It suggests he's been preparing for this for a very, very long time, meticulously, and now the group is kind of united in making it happen.
And we finally get to meet Mai. Phoenix starts transferring Mai's full consciousness into Ollie's terminal.
But their first interaction isn't some serious tech briefing. It's pure sibling squabble.
Totally. Ollie's like, you mean I gotta share my room with my brother?
And Mai complains her terminal is so grilly, Phoenix actually has to tell them, silence you two.
Ah, it's a great little moment. The notes clarify Mai is Phoenix's male AI counterpart, and their relationship with Ollie is humorous and sibling-like.
Yeah, it's not just data moving. It's like digital family members coming together for this grand plan. It adds this humanizing touch before things get really destructive.
While that transfer is happening, we get these little flashbacks, these hints about Phoenix's past. Anastasia remembers him being mistaken for an angel like 2,000 years ago.
Gives you a sense of his age and power, right?
Yeah.
And Phoenix himself admits he dropped out of the tower way back.
Yeah, a difference of opinion, specifically about getting revenge for his and Anastasia's earlier deaths.
So that gives crucial context. Long-standing grievances, deep motivations driving his current actions against the tower.
Okay, so Mai's fully transferred, ready to go. And Phoenix gives the instruction. Find and run a file named Oops.
Oops. Just oops seems so casual, almost funny.
But you just know, coming from Phoenix, a file named Oops is probably anything but accidental. What could that possibly do?
Well, the notes clear that up pretty quickly. Oops is actually a powerful internal virus. Phoenix created it.
Ah, designed to do what exactly?
Designed to dismantle the tower's digital infrastructure and physically expose it.
Wow. Okay, so this is it, the core of the master plan, setting the stage for total collapse. His long-hidden plan finally being executed.
And the effect is immediate. Mai runs oops, and the whole tower structure starts to destabilize from within.
This isn't just like servers crashing, it's physical. The building itself is unraveling. You can imagine the chaos. The scale is immense.
And Phoenix confirms his motive right then. It's about purging corruption, giving the survivors a new chance.
He believes something better can be made afterwards, but he's specific, isn't he?
Very. He says the goal is not getting rid of all of them, only the ones with black hearts. It's a massive judgment call, driven by that deep personal history we saw hinted at in the poetry in his past.
And the outside world sees it instantly. A live news report kicks in, shows the tower violently expanding upward.
Like a firecracker, one witness says.
Yeah.
Just shooting into the sky. A huge, terrifying spectacle.
You can almost feel the ground shake just hearing about it.
And amid all that chaos, Phoenix flies right to the top. He's using cables, his wings, everything trying to hold it together. It's a monumental effort.
Meanwhile, the others, Anastasia, Jane, Ali, Sarah, they're trying desperately to reach him. Anastasia's crying as she flies. Sarah's screaming.
You feel their panic, their urgency. They see him up there, likely thinking he's sacrificing himself. The emotional stakes are just incredibly high for everyone.
And Phoenix explains more about his judgment call. Who gets to escape?
Right. Those with black hearts are denied escape, but he says over 75% were allowed to leave. Thanks to evacuation notices sent out by, oops, a task managed by Ali and Mai, apparently.
Wow. So the virus also handled evacuations for those he deemed redeemable.
Exactly, and he ties it directly back to his trauma. He mentions the 3 Sentinels, these high-ranking tower enforcers who killed him and Anastasia the first time.
And how they were treated as heroes by others in the tower.
Yeah.
That injustice is fueling this selective purge.
It's severe, it's absolute, but it stems directly from that experience. Then, the climax. Seconds left on this countdown in the sky. Phoenix sends everyone away.
Wraps 2 of his wings around Anastasia, like a final goodbye.
A final, tender moment, and then releases this cataclysmic energy blast.
It looks absolutely final. His wings fall, burning. Anastasia's heartbroken, trying to grab them.
Jane stops her, and Anastasia cries out, "Why'd you stop me? That's all I have left of him."
Oh man. That anguish, the notes say, mirrors her past trauma. Losing him again, she flies off, alone, believing he's gone.
But it's not the end. Of course it isn't.
Right. Day turns to night. Anastasia finds him. Alive. Sunset on a distant cliff.
That reunion. It's quiet, but so powerful. It reaffirms their bond, their shared identity as Meriforns, the last of their kind.
It's that shift from total despair back to hope, underlining that cycle they seem to live through.
And then the big reveal, the visual proof of the change.
He shows her his new 4-winged form.
Yeah. It's not just physical healing, it's transformation,
Yeah.
rebirth, ascension, more power. It's the symbol of everything he went through and came out the other side. He didn't just survive the destruction he caused, he evolved from it. That silent promise of renewal made manifest.
Most a journey.
Yeah.
Seriously. From that incredibly vulnerable poetry
Yeah, revealing a side he never meant to show.
to the intricate hidden plan to take down the tower,
And finally, that earth-shattering climax that looked like sacrifice.
but led to this miraculous rebirth. Wow. This deep dive, it really showed how past wounds can fuel just monumental change, and how what looks like an ending can actually be an extraordinary new start.
It's such a compelling story of destruction and renewal, isn't it? Phoenix's actions, wanting to purge corruption, they raise huge questions about judgment, justice, transformation.
Definitely.
And it makes you wonder, right? If destruction can pave the way for rebirth, how do we decide? In our own lives, in our own systems, what needs to be dismantled? And what's worth preserving to build something new?
Yeah, that's a thought that definitely lingers. How do you make that call? What stays, what goes when you're trying to create something better from the ashes?
And that wraps up episode 8. Phoenix has torn down the tower, digitally, structurally, and ideologically, leaving behind flames, falling wings, and a warning. Justice isn't always clean, and mercy doesn't mean inaction. Anastasia's grief nearly broke her, but love brought him back, reborn with 4 new wings and a fire that doesn't go out. As the world around them resets, so too does the path forward. The tower may be gone, but the embers it left behind are still glowing, and they may yet ignite something new. Join us next time as old wounds resurface, new alliances are tested, and the story continues to rise from the ashes. Until next time, keep your wings steady and your flame alive.